Can Uganda find value for money in numerous projects where government has invested trillions of shillings? Is a question being raised by observers who are now advising that in the next financial year, government must tread carefully its attempt to spend on development projects where resources are scarce.
We continuously see government putting money in ghost projects, if I can say, quite elephants. And the list of them, for example, is we are, as of now, the pharmaceutical company which government has injected 723 billion, where we don't know the value of the company and we have just put in money. There is also Speak Resort Munyonyi, by the way. Recently, during the NAM conference, we forgave them 50 billion loan, which they had from which UDB cleared on their behalf. These are some of the things you ask yourself, why are we investing in these areas actually when government actually has no stake in them?
While the Secretary to the Treasury, Gov't, says that government has given adequate financing to the core sectors of the economy.
Key priorities of this budget we are talking about include the following. Next year, we want to continue investing in the people of Uganda through human capital development, education, healthcare, water for human consumption, and other amenities that make our lives as Ugandans better.
These civil society activists say government is paying lip service, as evidenced by reductions seen in allocations to education and healthcare.
For instance, we see that there is a reduction of vote 402 Butabika Hospital from 22.7 billion in the current financial year to 22.2, which is almost a 2% reduction. But reducing the vote for Butabika Hospital is serious for this country, because I'm sure you are reporting about the increase in the mental health challenges of the country, especially among the young people. We see Butabika Hospital is overwhelmed by the numbers of patients.
I'll tell you that 40% of the primary schools implementing universal primary education are in a very bad shape. The structure is so bad. They do not have any, some of them, the latrines are so bad. But when you look at what is required, which is just 30 billion for that, if we could just get 26% from the money that has been allocated for travel abroad, we would be able to sort out some of the things that we are struggling with around improving access to quality education.
According to government, next financial year's budget is anchored on full monetization of the Ugandan economy through commercial agriculture, industrialization and market access. However, there is little value seen in billions in some key agricultural projects.
The Presidential Banana Initiative, we've invested close to 400 billion in that project, but they have never exported a single kilogram of banana wheat, of banana flour. So at the end of the day is that it is feeding some people, but not for the purpose. You have Lubowa, which even MPs cannot inspect. So there are so many of those, and you ask yourself, why do we do this? So I think our issue is we don't lack money, but our challenge is we don't have capacity probably to set priorities right.
What we accept is that this is a discovery, it's an innovation that has given us an opportunity to bring a food crop onto the market in a different form. I urge people to look out for the toke, and actually it's in the markets. We're also looking at the international market where we have better premium pricing.
The country's Export Promotion Board says that while 34 trillion shillings of the budget will go to debt servicing, the rest should be used with a lot of cautiousness while championing domestic production.
What happens after we have also met existing obligations, then little money remains, but we need to prudently use this money for really a lot of production. The role of the state is very important. It is now agreed that the role of state has to continue.
However, the Southern and Eastern African Trade Information and Negotiations Institute explains one of the ripple effects of tax exemptions.
Tax can also be used to balance. We have a lot of inequality. In fact, today we are not talking about poverty. We are talking about inequality. The poor are very poor, the rich are very rich, and tax can be used to bridge that gap. Tax the rich, put money in hospitals, what Fatia was saying. Tax the rich, put money in agriculture, in education.
This as 45 million Ugandans await the budget reading this week on the 13th of June 2024 of the recently passed 72 trillion shillings resource envelope. Ronana Habwe, NTV Business.